Good morning, students. Let us start with the next component of the circulatory system, that is the blood vessels. Blood vessels are the components of the circulatory system that transports blood throughout the human body. These vessels transport blood cells, nutrients, and oxygen to each and every cell, and also they take waste and carbon dioxide away from the tissues. Therefore, blood vessels are very important to sustain life. The blood vessels are of three types, okay? Arteries, capillaries, and veins. What are arteries? Arteries are the blood vessels which carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart to all parts of the body. Okay, you can remember this, that arteries A and away A. Okay, that means what does the arteries do? It takes the oxygen rich blood, or oxygen rich blood is also said as oxygenated blood. Okay, it takes oxygenated blood away from the heart to all parts. Away from the heart means it takes from the heart to all parts of the body. Okay, and arteries, they have thick elastic walls. And why do they have thick elastic walls? The reasons for having thick elastic walls are that the blood flow is at rapid and at a very high pressure. Okay, you all know, children, that the blood flows. For example, if these are the arteries, the blood flows at a very high pressure, and it is very rapid. So that is why these arteries, they have got elastic walls so that they can adjust it. Okay, the second one are the veins. Now the veins, they carry carbon dioxide rich blood. Carbon dioxide rich blood means deoxygenated blood. Okay, carbon dioxide rich blood is called as deoxygenated blood. So the veins carry deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body to the heart. Okay, arteries was carrying from the heart to all parts, and veins, they carry the deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body to the heart. Okay, for the time being you have to just understand this much only, because in the next topic, when you study about the heart, then you will know better about all these arteries, veins, and capillaries. Okay, for the time being you have to just remember that arteries carry oxygenated blood from the heart to all parts of the body, and veins carry deoxygenated blood from all parts of the body to the heart. Okay, and veins have got walls in them. Okay, and why do the veins have walls? Because these walls, they allow the blood to flow only towards the heart. Okay, that means unidirectional. They will allow only the blood to flow towards the heart. Okay, so that is why they have got walls, whereas arteries, they do not have any walls. Okay, VALVES, walls. Clear? Then the third type of blood vessel are the capillaries. Now the capillaries, what do the capillaries do? I told you about arteries and the veins. Okay, now what do the capillaries do? The capillaries, these, they connect the arteries and the veins. See, you can see here in the figure, isn't it? This is the artery. See, I told you artery carries oxygenated blood, isn't it? Oxygenated, oxygen rich. That is why whenever you see, you will see that the arteries are shown in red in color, because they carry oxygenated blood, whereas the veins, they carry deoxygenated blood. So that is why it is shown in blue color. So the capillaries, as you can see in the figure very clearly, that the capillaries, they connect the arteries and the veins, and these capillaries, they are they are extremely thin tubes. Okay, and these thin tubes, what do? Then they further, these are connected to all the parts of the body. So then they can carry it to every, these are very very and thin tubes, and then they are they take both, okay, from the veins also, the blood, and from the arteries also, and then they connect both the arteries and the veins, okay, and then they are connected to all the parts of the body. Okay, so about all this you will study in detail when we study about the heart. Now children, if I tell you all, I think you must have noticed this, that if I tell you to place your middle finger and the index finger on your left wrist, okay, this is your right index finger and the middle finger, and if I tell you to hold it here on the index finger, on your wrist, have you ever felt anything? You just try it at home, okay? When you feel your when you keep your index finger and the middle finger on your wrist, you may feel some throbbing movement, okay? And what is this throbbing movement? This throbbing is called as the pulse. And why can you feel this throbbing movement? This throbbing movement can be felt due to the blood flowing in the arteries. Just now I told you about arteries. Arteries are found close to your skin. See, I hope you can all see my arteries are visible, blue color. Not only mine, if you look at your wrist and all, there are in many parts of the body you will be able to see, okay, your arteries. So the pulse that you can feel, or you can see the throbbing movement, this throbbing movement is called the pulse, and this throbbing movement is due to the blood flowing in the arteries. I told you that the blood flowing is at very high pressure, okay? So what you have to do, you can even count your your beats, okay? If you keep your fingers like this and you concentrate, you can feel your pulse beating, okay? So the number of beats per minute is called as the pulse rate, okay? The number of beats that it beats is called as the pulse rate. So what is pulse rate? The pulse rate is the number of beats of the pulse per minute. Okay, that means how many times. So usually when a person is at rest, the pulse rate is between 72 times to 80 times per minute. So this is the normal pulse rate, okay, when a person is at rest. But when you do any physical exercise or activities and all, this increases, okay? So you can try and feel your pulse rate by keeping your index finger and the middle finger on your wrist, okay? And please children, check what is your pulse rate. You will many will get it is between 72 to 80 times per minute, okay? So you please check your pulse rate. Thank you.